I'm starting to think that Disney is releasing projects with the intent to fail. Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. If you are new here, welcome. I do appreciate you clicking on the video to watch it. And since you are here, I would love it if you would help me to grow this channel and hit that subscribe button now. Make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you never miss an upload or a live stream. And of course, to those of you that are returning, you know how much I truly do appreciate you. And I would love it if you would make sure that you are subscribed as well. So let's get into today's topic. I haven't talked about Disney in a little while, and I think sometimes I just keep holding out the hope, and perhaps I have mentioned this before, that they are going to return to their roots and just be a family-friendly entertainment company, that they are going to get back to what they do best and just create quality movies, films, projects, and series that we can all just sit down and enjoy and not have to worry about the political messaging that is infused in it. But it seems like they just have no intention of doing that, and I should probably just let go of that dream because it's just not going to happen. And at this point, not only is it not going to happen, they seem to be putting things out and promoting things in a way that they know it's going to fail. They know people aren't going to watch it. They are turning away the vast majority of would-be viewers just in the promotional ads, interviews, and the statements by the cast members that are involved in these things. I haven't touched on it, but they did release a series earlier this year, I believe, and it was a Star Wars series called Acolyte. Because of some of the statements of the cast members during their interviews, essentially this series just went nowhere and it was canceled pretty quickly. Let's look at that really quick, and then we'll get into this new series that probably has the same fate.
You both, because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you
Not
bracing
the gayest
yourself?
Star Wars. Not the
It's pretty gay, let's be honest. Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay? Yes.
Well, no, I know
Yeah.
you are gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, this is going to be a talking point?
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Because nerds are gay.
Well,
Yeah.
some nerds are very not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But
Yeah.
in my world, nerds are gay.
Okay. Was this the fun elements of it?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly
You're offended?
into
You
it.
should be-
No.
I will give them credit for pretty much kind of dodging the question or avoiding answering it directly, because maybe there is a little bit of that self-awareness that their audience is not going to be very receptive to it. But I don't know if you caught that, but this seems to be almost like a Kamala Harris-esque way of answering questions, just to burst out laughing and laugh as long as possible to avoid having to answer the questions. It seems like they're in this place where they know they can't outright say no, but they also don't want to turn off the millions of people that they know are going to refuse to watch this if they give the answer that we are all dreading, that we are all so tired of hearing. The Acolyte series was canceled fairly quickly, and you would think that they would learn this lesson and not let people steer the conversation in this direction and just try to keep it more neutral. But as per usual, anything involving woke ideology, anything involving the left, they do not learn their lesson. In fact, it seems to be their favorite solution to just do more of the thing that has caused something to fail. It's like they're sitting these actors and actresses down and giving them instructions beforehand on how to answer questions in a way that's going to guarantee that no one's going to come and see it, no one's going to support it, and the entire project is going to flop. Because I just cannot think of any other reason that they would be so disconnected from the past response from the audience that they would just continue pushing the type of messaging that they know has already caused them to lose millions on their films and on their projects and on their different series in the last several years. They know that the majority of the public has rejected entertainment projects that are known to be woke, especially after their cast members have gone out and admitted that there is a specific political agenda and alliance that they are pushing in telling their stories. And they also know that the audience that they are pandering to is not nearly big enough to deliver a profit on these things, and that they will likely lose money if they choose to appease this small percentage of their viewers, because the rest of their potential viewers won't even bother looking at the trailer, let alone sit through even one episode of these new series if the promotional interviews suggest that even a hint of this woke ideology is going to be included. We've said stop being political. We've said stop being being biased. We said, stop trying to target our children and our teenagers. We said, just deliver an entertaining show. Keep the politics and the messy, confusing ideas out of it, and we'll all just have something to sit down to watch and to enjoy. Do they listen? Of course not. There is a new series that has been released. I believe the first episode or episodes have aired already, and it is called Agatha All Along. And according to their cast members, it is being called the gayest project Marvel has ever done. So just to give you an idea of what this show is about, this is an article from the Daily Wire. It says the infamous Agatha Harkness finds herself down and out of power after a suspicious goth teen helps break her free from a distorted spell, the show's description on Disney Plus says. Her interest is piqued when he begs her to take him on the legendary Witch's Road, a magical gauntlet of trials that, if survived, rewards a witch with what they're missing. Together, Agatha and this mysterious teen pull together a desperate coven and set off down the road. The show is being touted for representation just weeks after the cancellation of Disney's series The Acolyte, which was described as the gayest Star Wars yet. Showrunner Leslie Headland bragged about how The Acolyte was coded queer and how she intended to allow her own personal experiences as a queer woman shine through in the finished product. After disappointing viewership, the Star Wars show was not renewed for a second season. The same article, and confirmed by the clip we are about to watch, says actress Sashir Zamata confirmed that description was accurate when asked by a reporter while walking the red carpet in a video posted by Variety on Monday.
Agatha is the gayest project Marvel has ever done. Agree?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Why is it?
You'll see. You'll see when you watch it. But, I think witches are queer inherently just because we are outcast and set aside for many reasons. And I think this show shows a really good representation of different types of people and that we can all use the power we have within to go forth and be great.
And ultimately, no one is denying that we all have the power to go forth and be great. In fact, we are constantly trying to remind people of their power as individuals to keep them from falling for these destructive ideas and feeling like they have to have some kind of label in order to be somebody worthy of encouragement. Constantly having to use words like queer and trans is not harmless, and it's not as benign as just simply trying to give a label or a name or a place to people who feel like they don't quite fit in, because every single human being on planet Earth has had that feeling at one point or another, or probably at multiple points in their life. These ideas at their core are meant for a particular kind of activism, to separate ourselves from reality, and they're being used to divide us into groups by these labels, assigning our groups as either victim or oppressor, and then working to pit us against each other. And by shoving it into every nook and cranny that woke people can find is not a way of fostering inclusivity. It's a way to make sure that the small minority of people who believe this stuff actually become the majority, and that these are the ideas that replace the founding principles of America. But the interviews don't stop there. They are all like this.
I've seen the first episode, but Agatha is the gayest Marvel project yet. Do you agree?
It better be, because that's what I signed up for. I think it is.
Been described as the gayest Marvel project ever. Do you agree?
I mean, I think it's pretty well. What is the most exciting about it is that that's not exactly what it's about.
No,
it's so
right.
normalized, but yeah, I definitely think it is.
Someone who has seen multiple episodes calls this the gayest Marvel project to date. Do you agree?
I mean, I will take that and I will love that and I will tuck that under my pillow at night. That's what I will say. What I would say is this show is about love and it's about found family. It's about theatricality. It's about nastiness. It's about
What kind of nasty?
oh, the good kind, the fabulous kind.
But what I love about Teen is his queerness is a big part of him and is celebrated, but also not the only facet of him. He's got lots of sides of his person.
We heard Jack Schaefer say that it's about love and it's about found family, which is an essential element to queer theory, in that the family that you choose is your real family, and these can be called glitter families and whatnot. So clearly this is something that they are putting at a much deeper level than most people are probably going to realize. What I found interesting about Joe Locke's answer, which was the kid at the end talking about his character being queer, and which was kind of the theme of a lot of their answers, is that they aren't necessarily making it the focal point of the storyline, but that these things are just infused as normal into the lives that these characters are leading, which we know is exactly the goal of what people who are pushing these ideas in real life are trying to achieve for us and for our kids and for our teens, for our families, and for the future. It becomes so much part of society that being queer is just normal, and even more normal than just being a man, a woman, or a boy or a girl. It's just absolutely bananas. And as I said earlier, this is just not something that Disney or Marvel plan on slowing down anytime soon. In this article from Breitbart, it says, notably, Disney is doubling down on its embrace of LGBTQ plus identity politics in its entertainment for children. GLAAD has reported that Disney released 59 films in 2022, noting that 24 of them were what they call LGBTQ inclusive films. In recent years, Disney has been fighting the state of Florida over its anti-grooming parental rights and education law. The network has created several transgender characters for its children's shows, put gay characters at the center of its big budget movies, and launched an LGBTQ themed apparel line. Of course, if you want to watch this series, go right ahead. 10 years ago, this probably would have been something that would have been right up my alley because I really do like supernatural themes. I like witches and vampires and all of that fun stuff. But at this point, I wouldn't go near this with a 50-foot pole. And I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comments below. Please be sure to hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed. Keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.